with the United States and Iran back in the news and having their back and forths, one of the things that we are reminded of, again, by the folks on the far right, politically speaking, in this country, is that one of the accusations that it is made is that Obama funded the terrorism by freeing up cash that was Iranian cash that was frozen until the Iranians entered into the nuclear deal. Part of the deal was, you guys limit your program. We get inspectors in there to watch your program to make sure it's limited, and we will unfreeze some cash. And the far right, the MAGA movement, and Donald Trump himself said that was a no-no. You cannot do that. You cannot allow them to have hands on that much cash, billions of dollars, because they will use that money to fund terrorism. Now, there are people that are watching this that are from the MAGA movement that are saying, yeah, we can't do that. You cannot give them money. You cannot allow the Iranians to get their hands on billions of dollars, because no matter what they agreed to use it for, they are going to use it to fund terrorism around the world. They're the number one state sponsor of terrorism. So then, can the folks in MAGA explain this reporting? $30 billion for civil nuclear program. Report details U.S. proposal for Iran deal. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration is considering helping Iran access $30 billion U.S. to build a civilian energy-producing nuclear program, thereby easing sanctions and releasing billions of dollars in restricted Iranian funds. The discussions mark a massive twist in the diplomatic landscape between the two nations in what appears to be an attempt by America to bring Tehran on the table for peace talks. The CNN report said that some details emerged in this context in a secret hours-long meeting between U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Gulf partners at the White House last Friday, the day after America's military strikes on 3 Iranian nuclear sites. Prominent people from both the U.S. and the Middle East have reportedly talked with the Iranians behind closed doors, and the discussions have continued this week after a ceasefire proposal between Israel and Iran. For the U.S., one element has remained non-negotiable. Iran won't enrich uranium. A preliminary draft proposal, according to the CNN report, is estimated an estimated $20 to $30 billion investment for a non-enrichment nuclear program that would be used for civilian energy purposes. Washington's non-negotiable deal is in contradiction to Tehran's constant stance that it needs enrichment for energy requirements. So, I believe in working with these countries in giving them some things that they need. They need energy, in exchange for them giving up things that they shouldn't have, like their nuclear weapons program. However, the folks on the right have not, that's not something that has been espoused by Donald Trump and MAGA and J.D. Vance and everybody else. What has been espoused is you cannot give them any money. You give them billions of dollars, it is going to flow into the hands of Hamas and other terrorist organizations, Hezbollah, that are backed by the Iranian regime. So, MAGA, would you be okay making a deal with Iran that limits their nuclear program, does not allow them to have nuclear weapons, but gives them $30 billion U.S. to build non-weapons grade enrichment sites to provide energy for their country? And if your answer is yes, why is giving them this money any different than unfreezing money under the Obama administration? When you guys said they took that money and they poured it right into Hamas and Hezbollah and other terrorist organizations, and the reason why we had the attack, the October attack on Israel, is because of the money that was freed up. If that's the case, then why is this money okay? Explain it.